Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope everyone is having a superb week so far. Students, this is an IELTS speaking class, and the topic of many of today's questions will be a fun day, or a place to have a fun day. Today is June 4th, and this material is coming to you from aehelp.com for academic IELTS. Visit us there. For the general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. These are our websites. They power these live classes. They've got lots of content for you to succeed on the IELTS exam. This is aehelp.com here with the blue background. You can click that big red button to join the premium version of the course right there. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and it only costs about $30 to $50 US. So we're an IDP affiliate, a British Council partner, and an IELTS test registration center. We help thousands of students every single month to succeed in their IELTS, pass the exam, go on to study abroad, and work and live and enjoy life. We're here to help you. For general IELTS, it's gieltshelp.com. It's the green background. Again, just click the big red button and you are good to go. All right, students, we use these websites for our listening in the last few classes, and we'll use them again in the future for other classes. Welcome, Carolina, our chat moderator. Hi, Olivia, Abraham, Prajwal, Ram, Abraham. Nice to see many students in the class ready to learn. Premium users, you have 2 classes tomorrow and on Friday. And if anybody wants to check out what those look like, just follow this link that I just dropped into, oh, that's not it. Follow this link that I just dropped into the chat. All right, you can check them out. If you join now for this week, you will need to send an email to me because I already sent the links for the premium Zoom classes for students. My email is adrian@aehelp.com, or you can send an email to admin@aehelp.com. The apps for the websites are Academic IELTS Help and General IELTS Help. Download those apps and link them to the websites, Academic IELTS Help to aehelp.com, General IELTS Help to gieltshelp.com. We are here to help you learn anywhere and anytime. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Get notification of new videos and live classes regularly. Again, right now we have speaking. Tomorrow we have task 2 writing for our premium users, and then speaking again for our premium users through Zoom. Okay, Jason, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Everybody, I am looking at the chat here, as you can see. So I will be looking at your answers to these speaking questions, and I will be looking for volunteers later to speak with as well and to ask and answer questions. You can always enhance your speaking with our speaking videos like this one. Check that out when you have some time. Okay, everyone, let's get into it. So again, my name is Adrian. I'm in Western Canada, and I speak English with a West Coast accent, kind of what you would hear in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Vancouver, all along the west coast of Canada and the US. Okay, so students, when you get to your IELTS exam, go early. Go to your speaking exam about 1 hour before and switch to English. It's very important. Okay, everybody, this one tip can easily save you a band score. So switch to English about an hour before you sit your IELTS speaking test. Very important. This can save you an entire band score. Okay, and don't overdo it. I don't mean like, you know, practice really difficult questions, just you practice some casual English before your test, okay? So use some casual English before your exam. Practice with other candidates in waiting, okay? All right, and then you get into your test and the examiner will say, welcome to the speaking section of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian, and I will be conducting this test. It has 3 parts. I will give you instructions for each. We are in Exam Center 97T481 in Vancouver. The time right now is 8 o'clock. Let's begin. And the first question they will ask you is, may I see your identification, please? Give me a nice full sentence for this one, students. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Yes, of course. Here is my ID that I used a few weeks back to register for the test, and 20 minutes ago for check-in. Please take a look. Okay. Again, students, repeat. May I see your identification, please? Repeat those questions as well, okay? So, one more time. I know we're getting started. We're going to pick up the pace here, but let's get everybody focused. May I see your identification, please? Yes, of course. Here's my ID that I used a few weeks back to register for this test. And 20 minutes ago for check-in. Please take a look. Okay, nice full sentences get you good foundation. It gets the examiner thinking, this could be a high-level student. Okay. All right, that's what they're thinking when you start with some nice full sentences. If you say, yeah, sure, the examiner's going, I don't know, maybe not. Okay, Anna says this. Anna says, yes, gladly, this is my passport, which I have used for my registration recently. Please have a look. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just watch your spelling. That was a different word there. Regeneration. Okay. So, yeah, good. Okay. Tagaretta has this answer for us. Certainly. Here's my national ID that I used for registration to this exam. Please take a look. I'll take out that part. Okay. Here's my national ID that I used for registration for this exam. Please take a look. Okay. If you want to keep that part, you got to go 4. Okay. Yeah, those prepositions, a bit of a pain, aren't they? Okay, and then the examiner will ask you for your full name. What is your full name? Give your full name. Say my given name is Jim. My family name is Samson. Please call me by my first name, Jim. Where do you live? Is a good question. I live in Western Canada, in the province of British Columbia. In its capital city, Victoria, in a 4-bedroom house. Okay. So again, look at how it go from big Canada, right, to smaller province of British Columbia, to the city, Victoria, to the house. Okay. Keep in mind, students, examiners love structure. Okay, so examiners, they love well-structured answers. Okay, so here it's big to small. Again, repeat after me. Where do you live? I live in Western Canada, in the province of British Columbia, in its capital city, Victoria, in a 4-bedroom house. Okay. Mohammed Jama has this answer for us. Mohammed Jama says, I live in East Africa, special Somalia, one of the most beautiful city in that country. Okay, so band 5. It's okay, but has grammatical and coherence mistakes. Okay, so I live in East Africa. Okay, instead of special, what needs to come here is specifically in the country of Somalia and in one of the most beautiful cities. Needs to be added. In that country. And then what city? Okay. So you need to be clear. All right. That's what you need to fix to make that band 5 go higher. Okay, Mohammed Jama? Think about that. Okay. So after the introduction, they'll introduce or they'll provide you with the general topic of part 1. So they'll say something like, let's talk about communication. Okay. Let's talk about communication. So you hear this topic, let's talk about communication. Okay. As soon as you hear this, okay, so when you hear the examiner introduce the topic, you need to start thinking about what that is. What is communication? So when they introduce the topic, think about what that topic is in English so that you can think about vocabulary and words that relate to it. So, so when the examiner introduces a topic, immediately think about what it is and associated vocabulary. Okay. What is communication? What is that? Abraham says social contact. Sure. Can anybody tell me more? Okay. How would you define that? Let's say you're writing a task 2 essay on communication. What's your definition? Welcome, everyone. I see lots more students have joined. Misty, Parmar, Alexander. While you're thinking about what is communication, again, everybody remember, this lesson, these videos are brought to you by aehelp.com. Make sure to click that big red button on our website. For general IELTS, it's gieltshelp.com. Click that big red button. Use the code future10. It's a 10% discount there for you. And it's a one-time payment for lifetime access. You get lots and lots of materials and interactive courses to help you. Yesterday you saw us using the audio CDs and the exams. And there's tons there for you. Okay. All right, so let's see if anybody figured out what communication is in English. or how you define it. The teenager. Okay. I'm not surprised about the definition here by the teenager. The teenager in the chat says that communication is a way to express one's thought to others. Yeah, I would say that's a one-way communication. Okay. Yeah, and we sometimes think like that, especially kind of in our teen years. Not pointing fingers. Yeah, it's a way to express one's thoughts. That's half. I would say that's kind of half the definition. Okay. Hop and Hop says getting thoughts and musings across, whether verbally or passively, through writing, social contact by speaking, writing, or using some other tools like body language, Abraham, right? I'm just looking at the definitions here that you've put into the chat. And it's really good to practice this. Alexander says, let's go super broad. Communication is coexisting with the surrounding world. A lot of wisdom there, Alexander. Definitely kind of, I would say communication is the exchange of information in this context, right? Among a group of individuals using various forms of expression, verbal or nonverbal, right? That's what I would say is generally communication. Would everybody agree with me on that? Or kind of? It's the exchange of information among a group of individuals using various forms of expression, verbal or nonverbal, right? We have body language. Okay. It's quite important to think about that. When you're in the IELTS, think about, what is the examiner thinking, right? Okay. All right. Tigretta says, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. So, and you think about words that are associated with communication, right? Like language, gestures, writing, technology, social media, listening, speaking, right? So lots and lots of important components, feelings, emotions, right? Okay. So lots there, right? All right. Yeah. Alexander says information and feelings. Absolutely. Okay, so the examiner will ask you questions on this, and the examiner might say something like, what technology do you use to communicate with others? Give me a nice full sentence answer, everybody, for this question. Okay, just imagine. This communication, that could easily be a topic for your next IELTS exam. So, it's good practice. What technology do you use to communicate to others? Use the question, full sentence answer, explanation, and an example. Okay? Use the question in your answer. Give an explanation. Include an example. Okay? Think about that always when you're in the IELTS. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see what you're coming up with. Ram God says, well, I usually send text messages at least 5 or 6 times per day. Since I'm a student, I usually communicate with my friends who live in another country. They can't come to my house, and vice versa. Okay. Yesterday, I was texting my friend Pardeep back and forth all afternoon. So that would be your added example. It's good to throw those in, Ram, especially if you're speaking fluently. You have space. Notice how there's no for example, students. So I don't say for example, I just give the example. It's very effective to do it that way. Okay, and the examiner doesn't have time to interrupt you, and they go, oh, okay, that's how it works. So use the question in your answer, give an explanation, include an example. Yeah, this way, Ram, it's pretty good. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hopping Up has this answer for us. I habitually use my phone to handle daily tasks. Yesterday I was filling out a form related to my job. I did it with absolute ease. This would be like a band 4. Why? Perfect grammar, but still a band 4. Tell me why. There's a huge issue with that answer. Hopping Up. This would be a band 9 answer, everybody. Okay, so I use various types of tech to stay in touch with others, both hardware and software. I use devices like my phone, laptop, and tablet. I have apps like Messenger, Telegram, and WhatsApp to either voice call, FaceTime, or send messages throughout the day. I was video chatting with my mom just yesterday for half an hour. That's your band 9 right there. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopping Up, the reason why this is a band 4 and maybe even less, like a band 3, is because it's off topic. Okay, it doesn't discuss technology and communication. So take a look at this answer, everybody. And again, just repeat after me. I use various types of tech to stay in touch with others. Using the question, little bit of paraphrasing. Looking good. Okay. Again, the question, everybody, it's communication. And the question was, what technology do you use to communicate to others? Okay, paying attention, everyone. All right. So this would be a full sentence answer that gets you a nice high score. Okay, just repeat after me. I use various types of tech to stay in touch with others, both hardware and software. Okay. I use devices like my phone, laptop, and tablet. Notice how they're relatively short sentences too. Okay. I have apps like Messenger, Telegram, and WhatsApp to either voice call, FaceTime, or send a message. Throughout the day. I was video chatting with my mom just yesterday for half an hour. Okay, that's your band 9. Answer, explanation, example, using the question. That's what you want to do. All right, students, I think you're starting to get the idea here. So let's do a little bit of communication of our own with this topic. Let's practice this through Zoom. Let me get you the right Zoom link here. Okay. All right. This is a Zoom link from before. This is going to be the right Zoom link. Let me just drop that into the chat. Okay, and then I'll start up the Zoom session, and we're going to practice through YouTube, through Zoom. Gotta get my headset on here so I can hear you. Okay. Everybody can volunteer. If you don't have Zoom, that's okay. We're going to continue practicing strategy, looking at part 2. If you like this Zoom class, everybody, again, sign up for our premium package on our website, aehelp.com, where we do regular Zoom classes each week with our premium users. Same with gieltshelp.com. Okay. So that's where you want to go. Thank you, Carolina, for reminding everybody of those links. That's awesome. Love you for doing that. Okay. So let's get into this Zoom session. Let me just fire up Zoom on my end here, and then we'll start letting everybody in. Again, if you don't have Zoom, it's worth downloading pretty quick, and it's the #1 software for education and business for video chatting. So now's a good time to get it if you don't have it. All right. Let's do this. I'm not going to use my camera because I'm using it here on YouTube, but you can. Okay. Please use, everybody, this react button to raise your hand or to give somebody a thumbs up. Okay. We already have 5 people in here and more joining. Okay. Let's get everybody in. 7. Great. Okay. Keep joining, everybody. I'll keep letting you in. I'll keep looking at the waiting room here. Okay. Ruxana, yes, get in there. Number 8. Okay. Awesome. Okay, everyone. Looking good. Looking good. Somebody from their ASUS, Tatiana, coming in.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet everybody as well. I'm just going to mute all of you right now. Raise your hand to volunteer. Okay. All right. Perfect. We've got 11 in here now. Okay, let's get going. All right. Saad, why don't you unmute yourself, please?
Hello.
Hi, Saad. How are you?
I'm great. What about you?
I am doing pretty good, Saad. Where are you in the world today?
I'm from India.
Okay. What part of India? India is a big country.
Do you know Maharashtra? I'm a Maharashtrian.
Mm-hmm.
And I live here too.
Okay. Yeah, Maharashtra is a very famous historical city, so it's quite well known. Yes. Okay. Let's do this. So I'm going to ask you some questions.
All right.
And then I'll give you some feedback. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do this. So welcome to the speaking section of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. Firstly, may I see your identification?
Okay. Here's my identification. My first name is Saad and my family name is Patel.
And what would you like me to call you?
You can call me Saad.
Okay, Saad. So I'll ask you a couple of questions. Where do you live?
I'm originally from India. I've lived abroad in Abu Dhabi for 6 years. I've completed my middle school there, but currently I'm residing in India, in Maharashtra.
Okay. What do you like about living there?
As you mentioned previously, India has a great diversity. So I love going around the country and seeing the various cultures here. It really fascinates me how within a geographical corner in the country, in the world, so much diversity is present, and like you can see all sorts of people, all sorts of languages in just one country.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about communication. How often do you send text messages?
I text message very frequently, like more than 5 to 6 times a day. I usually chat with my school going friends and occasionally with my parents.
What is good about your communication?
Um, I've got compliments saying that I have a deep voice relative to those of my friends. But in general communication, they think that I'm witty with my sentences and structures. But I don't agree with them much.
How can you improve your communication?
Um, I found your courses to be very helpful, and I I use the newly released Chat GPT Live and Gemini Live to chat with those chatbots live and with human interaction. I usually instruct them to talk in short sentences and converse in natural tone, so that it provides me a feeling of human conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Saad, that's fantastic. Great English. I did you use English when you were living in Abu Dhabi?
Actually, I learned English because of living abroad.
Yeah.
Because my family doesn't speak much English,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
the circumstances were bound for me to learn English.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that shows. It shows that you learned English well because you had to, right? It was your
Yeah,
way to
I was
communicate.
forced to.
Yeah.
I was forced to actually.
It's a strong teacher, a force of. It's called the for. In English, we have an expression. It's called the force of necessity.
Yeah.
Is a strong teacher. Yes, yes, it is. All right. So band score wise, I would say that's easily a band 8, 8 to 8.5 even.
All
I,
right.
okay. Your first few answers, I think, were even a band 9. So you're definitely in that very good to expert range. I like how you connect your ideas. So I'm sure everybody heard how Saad made it sound like a conversation. So it wasn't just question, answer, but it sounded like a conversation between two people on some topics that were connected. That was really good. One tip, Saad, don't forget some simple examples with your fluency and your accuracy. Just sprinkle a little bit of examples. So put in a couple examples here and there. Like when you said,
Can you give me an example?
yeah, when you said I usually chat with my school going friends and sometimes my parents. In fact, I feel really bad because I haven't chatted with my parents in like a week, right? So just that, just that piece, like I feel really
Oh,
bad. I haven't chatted in over a week with my parents. That gives me an idea of what sometimes is, and then that's an example of how rarely you chat with them. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
understand.
So with your fluency, if you get those little pieces in, then there's a really good chance you're gonna end up with that 8.5, maybe even a 9. Okay.
Yeah, I had a doubt. Can I take a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Um, I wanted to know if filler words or accent influence the band score of the speaking section.
Very little. Very little. And for instance, the Indian accent does not, because Indian English is now an official form of English. So if you have an accent from either Hindi or Punjabi, then no, it doesn't, because it's an accepted accent of English, and it's clear. So the only time that an accent will decrease the score is if it makes the coherence difficult. Like if I don't understand what you're saying because of your accent, then that's going to be a pronunciation issue. But no, filler words like and as long as they're natural fillers, they don't sound too repetitive or really awkward, then they are also okay. So if you listen to my speech, I use fillers when I'm teaching as well, but they're natural,
Yeah,
right? So it's
yeah,
totally
yeah,
okay. Most people use filler words, and as long as they're natural, then that's okay. If they're not natural, then yeah, you're going to lose some marks. Okay,
yeah. I understand. Thanks a lot.
for sure. Thank you, Saad. Thank you for being my first volunteer. Everybody give Saad a big thumbs up. He's doing a great job. And yeah, one takeaway from Saad is if you would like to learn English quickly, force yourself into English speaking situations. Visit places where you might be able to give tourists some information, or go to international hangout places, clubs, or bars, and talk to people in English. Force yourself to use English. Okay. All right. We've got 4 more in the weight room here. Let me just get everybody in. Okay. And then we'll take another volunteer here in just a moment. Okay. Let's try Anaf. Ishraq, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, Anaf. We're thinking alike. I just, yeah. Hi,
Thank you,
Anaf.
Mr. Adrian. I'm really grateful for having this kind of chance to sit with you and have a talk.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Where are you, Anaf?
Mr. Adrian, I'm currently living in Bangladesh,
Mm-hmm.
in Dhaka,
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. And
uh,
why are you taking the IELTS exam?
for future studies.
And what do you hope to study?
I'm hoping to study in bachelor's, and my major is going to be computer science. And in foreseeable future, I'm also thinking of pursuing degree in arts.
Okay, that's diverse. Very interesting. All right, let's jump into a few part 1 questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, Mr. Adrian, can you hear me?
Yeah, 100%. Here we go. Enough. Okay, let's continue talking about communication. How have computers changed the way people interact with each other?
To be honest, computer have a major influence when it comes to people using them. Like, for instance, these are the ages where people use computer the most. Whenever I go into my neighbor's house, I would see a computer where he or she uses it for communicating with others, especially the ones who are staying abroad. And on the other hand, a
If you
computer plays a crucial.
if you have to talk about a serious situation with friends or family, where is a good place?
I think it's in my bedroom because most of the time my bedroom is almost abandoned or even isolated with me, and it's quiet and it's pleasant, and I could talk for hours, even with my friends and even some relatives. So I think that's the room.
Okay. Okay. Enough. I'm going to stop at those 2 questions and give you a little bit of feedback, and we're going to do a little bit of correction and practice, okay? So, hear this question. How have computers changed the way people interact with each other? What's the grammar of this question, Anaf? Students, you can help. I'm also looking at the YouTube chat, so you can help Anaf. Anaf, what grammar is this question? How have computers changed the way people interact with each other? Resham has the right
How
answer.
have
Hmm.
I think it's present future tense, I guess.
It's not present future. No, look at what Resham said in the chat. Hopanop has the same answer. Yeah. Present perfect, right? Have, auxiliary verb have, changed. So have changed is present perfect, right? Okay. Make sense? Enough?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the IELTS, you always want to show the grammar of the question in your answer. Don't say to be honest. It's kind of strange here because it's not about honesty. Most people know this, right? So it doesn't make sense to say to be honest. Here, all you want to say is computers have had a major influence. If you just say computers have had, then it's already present perfect. And before we continue here, in this question, Anaf, what's the topic? So computers change the way people interact with each other, right? Okay. That is not clear in your answer. So you said, to be honest, computers have a major influence when it comes to people using them. And it's kind of like, okay, but what are you saying, right? So it's the interaction. So computers have had a major influence when it comes to people communicating with each other.
Interacting with each other.
Or exactly enough. Yeah. And you don't have to paraphrase. It's more important to just make sure that you're answering the question accurately. Interacting with each other. Now it's much more accurate and you're showing the grammar. So instead of like a band 6.5, now you're getting a band 7.58, 8.59. Okay. So computers have had a major influence when it comes to people interacting with each other. They have made communication much cheaper and convenient for long distance. Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, and then you can use
I
an
got it.
example
So I
like.
think,
Yep.
Mr. Edwin, I think there are I think I rushed the answers. Otherwise, I would have, placed that keyword and the answer would be more developed. What do you think?
Exactly. Yeah, that happens a lot enough to candidates, especially in the real exam when they're nervous and they rush the answer, and then, so sad but so true, many candidates come out of the speaking exam and they go, oh my goodness, what did I do? What did I even say? And then they realize all of the weird answers they gave after. So yeah, in the IELTS exam, it's so important to just slow down, take a couple of deep breaths. It's okay to say, okay, that's a good question. Well, computers have really changed the way people communicate. Let me think. Yeah, I guess firstly, it's become a lot cheaper. It used to be really expensive to call people long distance. So it's like I'm buying time. It's still fluent. It's still very fluent. You're still going to get a very high band score with that kind of an answer. You don't have to rush your answer. It's so much more important to be accurate enough, okay? Enough. Can you repeat this answer? Or actually, you know what? Just try answering it again. I'm going to ask you the question one more time. Are you ready?
Wait, Mr. Edwin.
Yep.
Okay, you can ask me.
Okay. How have computers changed the way people interact with each other?
Computer have a major influence about people interacting with each other. Like they have provided a pathway which is much cheaper and convenient. For instance, people can communicate with each other even when they are outside of their country through
Great.
WhatsApp, Facebook, or even Telegram in a
Perfect.
video call.
Okay, perfect.
So
Yeah.
it
And
really
don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Stop yourself enough.
okay,
Don't
okay,
overdo
I'm
it.
sorry.
Don't overdo
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, don't apologize. It's okay. Never apologize with language, students. No, just remember, don't overdo it, right? Once you have the right idea, once you know what you're doing, don't overdo it, right? So once you gave that example and you said WhatsApp, Facebook, you don't even need to say Telegram, just stop, right? Just stop. Same thing in this next question. If you have to talk about a serious situation with friends or family, where's a good place? If I'm in a tough spot and I need to have a difficult conversation, I think it's my bedroom. And you said because most of the time my bedroom is abandoned or isolated. That's a little bit strange. It's unnatural. There's a much easier way to say that, Anaf, and I know you know the word. Your bedroom it starts with a P. Because my bedroom is private, right?
Oh yeah, it's one of my private places.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can speak freely and with confidence. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. Just repeat after me. If I'm in a tough spot and I need to have a difficult conversation, I would choose my bedroom because it's private and I can speak freely and with confidence. Can you repeat that?
Mr. Adrian, can I, use my own version to your answer?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
If if I face any difficult situation, I think the first place which I would choose, it is my bedroom. Like it provides me a sense of privacy and I can talk with people in the phone call for hours.
Perfect. That is a way better answer than your first one. Okay. Your first one was like a 6.5. That was an 8.5. Okay. So
Are you
way
sure?
better.
My last one was an 8.5.
No, you're well, yeah, the one you just gave me. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great answer. It was very good English.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Adrian. I think I wouldn't make this mistake. This answer, the last one was my natural answer. But, it's the nervousness which leads me to confusion.
Yeah, and you get rid of that through practice. And also through a sad truth, Enough. When you're in the real IELTS exam, don't be nervous, students. Really, you're just a number. At the beginning of the speaking, the examiner says, this is candidate number 44811938. It's an 8-digit number because there's so many candidates. To them, you're just a number. So just be you. Just be calm. Just do your best. There's so many other people that are going to be talking with them that day. You don't need to stress about it. Just be you. Okay, Enough?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Adrian. One more thing which I would like to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you have like this kind of session every day?
Not every day, but we do have extra classes on Thursdays and Fridays for premium users of the website where, yeah, we do a lot more speaking for sure. Yeah. So, but you have to sign up for the
Oh,
websites,
oh,
right? Because we gotta feed our people on this side as well.
I,
So,
I, I I got you. I got you. There's
okay.
a sense of professional courtesy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it for
So
sure.
I would catch up with you, Mr. Adrian, in the chat box, okay? I
Sounds
am
good.
the teenager.
Okay.
Guys.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I liked your answer about communication there. Okay, thanks, Enough. That was great. Thank you so much. All right,
Welcome.
all right, everybody. Let's give Enough a big thumbs up. Great sport, and very ambitious young man looking to study abroad. So yeah, that was super. Thank you, Enough. Come back again. All right, let's try somebody else. We got one more person in the wait room here. Yeah, again, students, just for those of you who are wondering, Enough was asking, like, how do I, get more of these sessions? Sign up on our website, aehelp.com, glshelp.com. Click those big red buttons. It's not a lot of money. Get a lot of practice. Okay, let's do this. Let's pick somebody else. Just give me a moment. Let's hear maybe a lady's voice. Just going to take a guess here. Chaitanya, can you chime in?
Yeah, sir.
Hi, Chaitanya. How are you?
Hello, sir. How are, yeah, fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Good, good. All right. And where are you calling from?
Yeah, sir. I am from South India, which is state called Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Okay, we've got quite a few volunteers from around the region there today, which is good. And why are you taking the IELTS?
Yeah, sir. I want to do masters, so that's why.
What major for your master's? What topic?
Oh, mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. It's such an interesting field for me, mechanical engineering. I think that's so cool.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into a couple of questions here. Are you ready?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to actually skip part 2 here because that takes a long time. So I'm going to skip to part 3 this time. But everybody's welcome to try part 2 at home. Part 2 is where you have to kind of answer all of these questions in 1 to 2 minutes. And the topic of part 2 is talk about a fun place to spend a day. So try that at home, students, and send us a recording. Let's just go into some questions in part 3. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk about entertainment. What are some famous theme parks people go to visit around the world?
Well, of course, people always visit. Uh, sir, sorry, can you repeat the question, sir?
Sure. What are some famous theme parks people go to visit around the world?
Yeah, of course, in India, people always love to visit Taj Mahal, and also in Hyderabad, it's called Charminar because Taj Mahal called as a love of it's a place of love, and people always love to visit that place, and it is a
How
famous place.
how has entertainment improved in the past 3 decades?
Okay, uh, well, in past 3 decades, the entertainment have been changing more and more. When it comes to movies and it comes to songs, the year by year gradually has been increasing, and so many famous artists and many type of uh, dramatic and cinematography uh, means like that.
Are there any activities which have become less enjoyable?
Activities like activities like singing, it, it is becoming very less because many people doesn't like it when compared to uh, dancing and other extracurricular activities,
If
because singing.
people if people spend much of their time working and do not participate in fun activities, what could be a negative result of this?
Yeah, nowadays it is common to busy persons. They are not spending the time in uh, entertainment. It will affect their mental health because if you don't have entertainment and you are always doing work and you are busy with your work, definitely your brain will become worse. In that case, entertainment will neutralize you and it will make you feel uh, entertained, and it will make you some natural and cool.
Okay, I'm going to stop there and give you some feedback. All right. Those are some tough questions, Chaitana, and you took them with confidence. That's great. Yeah, and they're not easy. Like, these are some hard questions. So I asked you, what are some famous theme parks people go visit around the world? You said the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is not a theme park. A theme park would be a park that has like roller coasters and different kinds of rides, or a water park, maybe some animals. Okay, so a theme park is something like Disneyland, Universal Studios, Six Flags Magic Mountain. There's a few different famous ones around the world. I'm sure India has a few as well. Taj Mahal is a landmark. It's a place to go, but it's not a theme park. Okay, so careful with the subject there. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. If you don't know what the subject is, what theme park is, it's better just to say, I'm not sure what a theme park is, so can we just go to the next question? And that's totally okay, rather than going off topic. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. And then I asked you, how has entertainment improved in the past 3 years? You said, in the past 3 decades. Oh, sorry, 3 decades. That was really good. I liked how you used the question. You said, in the past 3 decades, entertainment have been changing. It's not have been changing, it's has been changing, right? Has been changing
Okay.
more and more. When it comes to movies and songs, year by year, it has been gradually increasing. Lots of new famous artists and great movies. That was a good answer. I liked it. That was a good answer. Okay, a little bit of grammar correction here and there, but overall it was not bad. It was like a band 7. That's where you want to add an example. Okay. What's an
Okay.
what can you add for an example of lots of new movies and artists? What could you say?
I would say movies Bahubali.
Okay, like let's say the last 30 years, right? Like in the last 30 years, there have been so many new. What kind of movies in the last 30? What has become a quick, good quick thinking in the IELTS speaking is really important. Chaitanya, what kind of movies have come out or have become really popular in the last 30 years?
Sir, the action movies and the movies which are having love theme.
Yeah, and a lot of superhero movies, right? I find that in the last 30 years, there's so many superhero films coming out, right? Like in the last 30 years, there have been so many new superhero films, like Spider-Man or Superman, right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
sir.
that would be your quick thinking there. All right.
Yes,
So your answers are good. Just be careful with your vocabulary. I really like the way you were explaining this. Like, entertainment will neutralize you. It will make you sound natural and cool. Like that. Try to avoid using you, students. Okay. So don't use the word you. Chaitanya, try not to say you in the IELTS speaking. Okay.
okay, sir.
Instead of you, say people. Say people. Okay. So just
Yeah,
repeat after
okay,
me. When people work too much, they become stressed out. So entertainment helps to get rid of stress. Try to repeat that, Chaitanya. I'll say it one more time. When people work too much, they get stressed out, and getting a bit of entertainment helps them to relax.
When people work more, they get stressed up and they need entertainment more.
Yeah, much better, right? So don't say you, okay? All right, your band score, I
Okay.
think your band score is around for this part 3, maybe a 6.5 overall. But if you correct that grammar, make it a little bit more natural, make sure you stay on topic, then you'll definitely go up in your score, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Chaitanya.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Chaitanya. Let's give Chaitanya a thumbs up. That was really good. Okay. All right. I love that question. That was just posed by Anaf. Anaf in the chat. Students, use the chat. Communicate with each other. These classes are meant to be interactive. And Anaf had a good question there. Anaf was asking everybody, who is your favorite superhero? And it's a fun question. Try to answer that in the chat for Anaf, everyone. My favorite superhero in the action world is probably Spider-Man, if I had to choose one. Okay, I would probably go with Spider-Man. I'm pretty big. No, you know what? No, just scratch that. Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer. I actually own Silver Surfer #1, believe it or not. The very first issue of Silver Surfer.
Mr.
Tatiana
James,
says
do you like the Fantastic Four?
I do, and I have some of their comics, but Anaf, don't jump into the chat, okay? It'll start confusing people. So, yeah, I do. No, my favorite one is Silver Surfer, though. Silver Surfer takes the top. Tatiana, I have first appearance of Venom and the first Venom as well. Okay. All right. Tatiana, why don't you jump in for one or two quick questions? Are you there? Tatiana? Let's have some female presence here as well. I don't know. Maybe Tatiana.
Yeah, gladly, I'm here.
Oh, I almost didn't
Not
catch you
always
there.
technologies.
Yeah, that happens. All right, Tatiana, you ready for a couple more questions to wrap the class up? Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, then let's talk a little bit more about exciting activities. Which types of adventure activities have become big business these days?
That's an interesting question. As for adventure activities, I believe that various quests have become the most popular type of adventure activities around the world. They give people a boost of adrenaline and thrill them. And that is why,
Can you give me an example?
yeah, for birthday party, people often go to quest rooms for celebrating birthday parties, and lots of my acquaintances do that regularly.
Are there any thrilling sports that should not be allowed, and why?
I don't think that any types of sports should be banned, because it is up to people to think of their security and decide for themselves to what extent they want to push their limits and try their feeling of bravery. And
Can you give me a couple examples?
Mountain skiing or deep underwater diving are considered to be extreme, and lots of people injured themselves or even died, but it doesn't mean these types of sports should be banned, because extreme sports always involve risks, and
Okay.
risks should be measurable by people.
Okay, that is the end of part 3. That concludes the speaking section of the exam. All right, Tatiana, you had a little bit of trouble getting going, but then finally you got into it and you realized, oh yeah, okay, now I get what we're talking about. Yeah, you were buying time, but having difficulty coming up with what is the answer for this. So it's okay, and you can restart. In part 3, students, it's totally okay to do what Tatiana's doing, where, you know, she's saying that's an interesting question, well, for adventure sports, and you started talking about quests, which is a little bit weird. I don't know if that would fit into it, but it's okay, I guess. And then I would, you know, if once you realize what the better answers are, you can restart. You can say, oh, wait a second, let me just start that again. Some of the most popular adventure activities around the world are extreme sports like bungee jumping, skydiving, whitewater rafting, mountain climbing, extreme skiing, deep water diving, motor car racing, right? So there's lots of them, but you're just having trouble getting your brain around it, right? So you can restart the answer, and you can discuss it with the examiner, and you can fix. So in the speaking, one really interesting part of the speaking in IELTS that's different from the listening, the reading, you can fix yourself, like you can correct yourself. So even if you're speaking at a band 6 because you're a little bit confused. Sorry, it's not your cup of tea, and that's totally okay, right? Sometimes it won't be, but you can fix yourself. So once you realize what you should be answering, you can go, oh, just wait a second. Yeah, I was really confused there. This isn't my cup of tea, but now I get what you're talking about. You're talking about like extreme sports or adventure sports. Okay, sure, like skiing or skydiving. So you can fix yourself in speaking, especially with good English, right, Tatiana? Does that make sense? I'm not sure if you're having I think maybe some internet issues there. But anyhow, Tatiana, I do think that by the end of it, you were giving a much better answer. And just like your score can go down in the IELTS students, your score can go up when you fix yourself. So keep that in mind. Tatiana, I'm just going to, I see that you muted yourself. I think there's a connectivity issue there. And I'll end the chat for now. But again, students, if you like this kind of interaction in the chat, be sure to visit and sign up for our premium course at aehelp.com and gieltshelp.com. Okay. We'll have classes tomorrow, task 2 and speaking on Friday for premium users on the website. We had a lot of really fun and interesting volunteers today. Thank you so much, everybody. That was great. This is our academic website here. Click the red button, aehelp.com. gieltshelp.com is this website here. Students, I'm out of time. but you just keep being you and practicing your English. All of you did a fantastic job. Alexander, I know you were volunteering there for a while, and others. Tatiana's score would be somewhere around the 7.5 range for those answers. Okay, the last answer was quite good. Ramesh was asking. All right, you're very welcome, Tatiana. And students, I do look forward to seeing you next week here on YouTube when we continue on Tuesday, I believe, with a bit of reading. Reading for next Tuesday will be the first class, and then speaking on Wednesday of next week as well. Have a lovely rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. Stay positive, smile, spread joy. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. Bye, everyone.